And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. This video we're going to be having a look at schools and the shambolic teachers, more involved with ideology than teaching maths and English. This time, they've revealed just how radicalised they are and prove that they are a major threat to your child's mental development. This is an article on the GB News website that is shocking in its framing, essentially claiming that your children are extremists for asking questions of the narrative and curriculum. Previously, I might add, desired reactions, and it's titled, Extremist Views Widespread in England's Schools, Say Teachers. It's nice of them, isn't it? I agree, teachers, but it's all on the left side of the Overton window, isn't it? That's where the extremist views are, and they're being taught by you. Teachers told researchers that pupils have expressed far-right extremist views in their classrooms, as well as extremist views about women or Islam and blah 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 blah. Stupid word. You can see where this is going already, can't you? I bet you can. I could. Extreme views like racism, homophobia and conspiracy theories. Oh God, here we go with that word again. Conspiracy theory means not the narrative. Are widespread in classrooms across England, a study suggests. Schools lack the resources and training to teach pupils how to discuss or reject dangerous views. If they did that though, just imagine if they did. According to academics from the University College of London Institute of Education, their report, published, I might add, days before the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks in the United States, suggests school efforts to build resilience to extremism in young people are highly varied due to limited space in the curriculum, and in some cases, their approach to the issue is tokenistic. Have you heard that word a few times before? I've heard that word more times in the last 5 years than I've ever heard it in my entire life, tokenistic. It's always from the one side of the political spectrum, isn't it? So you know where the person's mind is that wrote this. And I'd like to ask, what the flip does 9/11 have to do with British schools? Anyone? See what I mean by the teachers being radicalised so far left that everyone, even children, are now a threat. Researchers who spoke to 96 teachers in England, so it could be your kids' teachers, by the way, could be your kids' teacher, as part of the study commissioned by education charity since 9/11. Same again. What has that got to do with our schools? I had a look who since 9/11 are, and it seems that they're pretty much a American SJW unit pushing it American SJW politics in the UK. So the same drivel as they have over there. Now this is the terrifying bit for me. The findings come after boss of MI5 reveals that agents are investigating teenagers as young as 13 for being linked to extreme right-wing terrorism. 13. Now, if you didn't know, MI5 is the Domestic Counterintelligence and Security Agency, and they're wasting time investigating children for edgy tweets and chatroom bravado, while we have tens of thousands of known wrong-uns on our street right now. Now we know why they're not stopping anything, isn't it? Nearly 9 in 10 teachers have heard conspiracy theories being discussed by students, and you didn't conclude that was just children questioning things. You immediately went to they're all extremists. You see why I'm saying that teachers are wrong-uns at this point? Including the theory that American business magnate Bill Gates controls people via microchips in COVID vaccines. Same again though. I mean, isn't this just children asking questions? They've heard it somewhere. Why not ask your teacher? Isn't that supposedly the desired result of them being told things, that they should be questioning it? So they dared to ask a question effectively, and you respond with conspiracy theories. I bet that worked to educate them better, didn't it? When you called them conspiracy theories, I bet you didn't call it to them face. Teachers raise concerns about pupils' exposure to extremist views online, often claiming that this has been exacerbated by the pandemic and lockdowns. Maybe it's because you weren't teaching them effectively on social media. Maybe it was that. Maybe not though, hey? That would be blaming yourself, and we know they never blame themselves. And the report suggests that conspiracy theories and online disinformation is an emerging area that needs consideration. Not by you. Teach maths and English. That's what you should be doing. Marxist cancel culture is obviously there, isn't it? We were waiting for it, wasn't we, everyone? Researchers carried out in-depth interviews with English and religious education teachers in safeguarding Leeds in schools, as well as a survey of teachers, and assessed a literature review of research examining how schools build resilience to extremism in students in England as part of the study. Are we seeing a pattern here? Religious studies, and they ask questions, it's Islamophobia. If they ask questions of, say, feminism, it's extremist views against women. You see where we're going with this? Kamal Hanif, a trustee of since 9/11 and executive principal of Waverley Education Foundation in Birmingham, called the research a wake-up call. He said, "We urgently need to equip schools with the tools to teach pupils how to reject extremist views. Dangerous ideologies must never be swept under the carpet." I fully agree with that, but if they did do that, your Marxist scum teachers would all be out on their ears too, wouldn't they? What he means is, anything that isn't our extremist views. Am I wrong on that? Let me know if you think I'm wrong. A Department for Education spokesperson said, "As this report shows, schools and teachers are generally confident teaching about issues related to extremism." I'd like to ask at this point, is this the job of a teacher, everyone? Do you want your children to be taught about issues related to extremism? Or do you just want them to be taught the essentials of life, like maths, English literature, all of the rest of the traditional advantageous classes? Are we just going to throw them all to the side because there's more important things to teach about, like extremism? I'd like to point out that the schools seem to be the most extremist views I've ever heard. And to finally put a nail in the coffin and prove the point, not once in the article, if you see, not once did they explain what the extremist views were. Not once. No examples. Nothing. It was just a blanket term, extremist, which tells me it's because of the Overton window. The teachers have gone so far left that even our kids are a threat. The new relationship, sex and education curriculum requires secondary age pupils to be aware of laws relating to terrorism and hate crime. Relationship, sex and health education. This is ridiculous. Terrorism and hate crime. What's that got to do with relationships, sex and health education? And the Education Against Hate website features over 150 free resources to help pupils, teachers and parents tackle radicalisation in all its forms. Now, I'd like to say Marxist ideology is radical, but we're teaching that fine, aren't we? Can we just go back to teachers teaching maths, English and traditional subjects that help them get, I don't know, ahead in life, not filled with divisive politics and hate?
I was just about to say that with everything that you've read out, shouldn't it be down to the parents to be teaching that sort of stuff, not the teachers?
Yeah. Teachers have got one simple job, teach the lessons that we need as an adult.
I understand that some parents would be fine with the kids learning it. Yes, that's fine. Kids do need to know this sort of stuff. But wouldn't it be best coming from the parents rather than a teacher?
Yeah. And if they interject all of this stuff into the curriculum, it pushes the real subjects, the ones that people need as an adult, like maths and English, out of the window.
Yeah.
I mean, just as an example, relationship, sex and health education have to be taught about terrorism.
What's terrorism got to do with?
Nothing. Which means they're not being taught about relationships, sex and health.
Yeah, not properly, by the sound of it.
Who's radical and extreme? This is teachers calling our children radical extreme for countering this bullshit.
Yeah, no, I think it's a bit wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Get your kids out of these hate machines. Homeschool if you can. Plenty of traditional school resources on the net, everyone. I think schools have too far gone in radicalisation. I think all of the teachers are so far left that even our children are now an enemy to them. Get them out now while you still can. That's all I can say on the matter. I'd like to know your opinion though. Let me know what you think. Bloody disgraceful that they're calling our children extremists because they're asking questions that don't fit the narrative. This is how far we've gotten, everyone. Do you want your kids to be attacked in their own schools by their own teachers, or do you just want to teach them yourself? I'll leave that up to you. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out, everyone. Let everybody know that the teachers might be the ones that are actually calling their own children in school all of these hateful words just because they ask questions. Well, I'm sorry, I would like our children to be asking questions. That's how we learn for the future, not being taught one way and one way only. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one, everyone.